Okay, so just check something. Okay, so now it's finally time for us to proceed with the story. I've done a few changes. So the very first meaningful change that I've done was I had too many grimoires. So I have Monica, I have Constance, I have Happy, and I have Lysithia. I think those four they work better as grimoire. I would also say that Happy could be a very good mortal savant. You know, like with a magic strength, like invert magic and physical attack and all that. In a sword, I think she would be very useful because I think she has the worst skill, the worst like personal skill that they all have, which is this one, another side. It is just bad Lysithia or Hubert version, you know. I think it's just not good. But I think it works better with Immortal Savant. So I'm thinking about changing her to Immortal Savant. However, Constance is phenomenal as Grimoire. Lysithia is phenomenal as Grimoire. And due to her, I forgot the name of the relic, Hero's Relic, which is a tome, I would also say that Monica is better as a Grimoire, but because of that. But if you don't care about, Hero's Relics, because they're kind of like whatever in this game, you know, then you can change her to. You can keep her as a Grimoire, or you can change her to Trickster or a Mortal Savant. You know, I honestly do not like the Grimoire's gameplay. I think it is not really my thing. You know. Oh, and also Mercedes. I always forget about Mercedes. Like Mercedes also worked great as Grimoire. You know. And since Mercedes is also a very good healer, so I think she and Linhardt are the best healers in this game. You know, whereas you can put all the other magic users as attack. You know, but I think Mercedes is great healer. Now I changed Dorothea to Trickster, and I regret nothing because I think Dorothea is phenomenal as a trickster. I dare say that she's better as a trickster than she would be as a mortal savant because as trickster she is quick. She's quicker than mortal savant, and her skill. Since trickster is very chaotic, her skills that she creates those high chance and small musical notes around the unit. Those musical notes, whenever she slashes it with a sword, it explodes. So I think it's easier to do this as a trickster than as a mortal savant. And I don't think Grimoire does her any favors, you know. So the best combination I found was with let me put it up. Sorry, let me put here. So the best combination I found was Windsweep, which is just a phenomenal sword skill, and Agni's Arrow, because it works similar to Manuela's bolting, It is a very large area, like area attack, and since wind sweep is going to create a vortex, a wind vortex, that is going to suck every enemy inside. Agnes Arm is a great attack to sweep almost everyone in one single attack, you know. And the others that are still left standing, they have their stun gauge completely, not completely, okay, but like almost completely removed, so destroyed. So I think Dorothea is great. I was very lucky because she has this one here. So I have this brave sword here with invert, physical, and magic, and dexterity factor. And since Trickster raises her dexterity even more, so she's gonna crit a lot, she's gonna kill many people with lethality and what is it, like Thief's Ploy, you know. So she's a great crowd controller. A very good one. And I think I would argue that Manuela could also be a very good trickster, but I really enjoy Manuela as a Mortal Survivor. I think she's a beast as a Mortal Survivor. And I already have Marianne as trickster, so you know, I would say that I might change Marianne to Gremory just to get her aura skill, you know. But I don't know. I because it takes too long for them to complete all the stars and all that. I just I might. And also Bow Breaker is quite useful, so might as well. Let me just do it right now. Because not tactics. Training.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
I hope I can handle this.
Although because you know, Marianne has Essence of Ice, so she is gonna, yeah, she's gonna do more damage as a ice attacker. So yeah. Damn it! Yes, well, she can be a Gremory, but
With proper training, you'll be unstoppable.
I have to see which would be the best, because she can also do like Dorothea, and you know, though, I don't think she has. I think she has. Yeah, she has Fire Sweep. I don't think it is as good as. I might do something. So let's fire swing. And let's see how it goes. Alright. So we're gonna do like this. Because I think she's gonna be more useful as, you know, attacking with ice. Though let's try this combination. Oh, and then we have some support.
Oh, hello. Are you on your way to get something to eat?
Yeah. You?
I am. Shall we go together then?
The sure thing. I wonder what they've cooked up for us today. Ah, that was satisfying. Pretty nice getting such tasty meals all the time, huh?
I agree. The meal was lovely.
You didn't finish your meat again. It's kind of a waste, you know.
I ate a lot of the vegetables, so you can have it.
Hey, if you're offering... Wait a minute. Haven't we had this conversation before?
I think we have.
I love her.
Did something happen to you, Marianne? You seem more relaxed today. In a good way, of course.
Oh no, nothing in particular. But I made a decision. I'm not going to worry about whether I bring misfortune to others or not. I've been a part of this army for a while now, and I've worked closely with everyone in it. And nothing terrible has happened to anyone as a result of being around me.
Well, of course nothing bad's happened.
I'm still a bit anxious about everything, but I decided to adopt a more easygoing attitude. I'd like to emulate you and your nonchalant demeanor, how you can just move through the world without a care.
You're making me sound kinda irresponsible. But you know what? I'm okay with that. I say if you want to talk to people, then talk to them. If you want to be alone, then do that. I really think it's best to just be yourself. Don't force anything.
Yes, I think so too. But I fear my adoptive father might chastise me again if I say that to him.
I'm not so sure about that. I think he'd acknowledge how far you've come if he saw you now.
You really think so?
You might not have noticed, but you're a lot different than you used to be. You're definitely somewhat sociable. More so, even.
I just hope that's good enough for him.
I'd like to think it will be. Well, I mean, I guess I don't really know what kind of guy your father is.
Sometimes I think you say whatever pops into your head without thinking. I suppose that's what I like about you, isn't it? I can already tell I'm going to learn a lot from you.
I wouldn't go that far.
delicious. And though it's not quite sweet enough for me, it has a lovely aroma.
Ah, you've noticed. Yes, I added some rare rose nectar.
That explains the unique flavor. I rather like it.
As the saying goes, the richer the nectar, the richer the time spent with your companion.
Yes, and it goes so well with the treats that... Hmm? Oh no! We've eaten them all!
Sadly, I fear that is all we have. Sweet treats are rather difficult to come by in these dark times. But if there is anything else you desire, I will endeavor to provide it.
If there are no more treats to be had, I feel our tea is complete. Good day.
Wait, stop! We may not have treats, but surely there are matters on your mind you might like to discuss?
No. Again, good day.
Lysithea, I know you do not want to talk about it, but I am aware of a certain anxiousness on your part when it comes to joining the common folk.
I don't know who you heard that absurd idea from, but it's certainly not true. It's true that I seek to become a commoner. So when the war is over, I intend to relinquish my peerage and live peacefully with my parents. But anxious? Perish the thought.
Yet you must be wrestling with serious matters indeed if you are willing to surrender your title. And you must have at least some unease about what sort of life a commoner leads. From what I hear, every noble who is descended in status is suffering, without exception. If such a future awaits you, it is surely just cause for a concern or two.
You speak of fallen nobles who had their ranks stripped for one reason or another. I'm surrendering the trappings of nobility because it's what I want. Don't lump us together.
I see. Well then, if I might raise a final point. What if you become a commoner and live a life which transcends the barrier between the two classes? You have experience as a noble of some quality, and it would be a terrible waste to see that buried once you join the proletariat. You would bring a unique perspective to your new position, and you could use it to change this world. The nobility will certainly listen to any suggestions you have to improve the lives of the public.
Yes, it's all a very pretty thought. But it is meaningless for me. It's the duty of nobility to worry about what is best for commoners and the world at large, no? I can no longer accept responsibility for things in Fodlan. All I can do is be close to my parents and live out what life remains to me in peace.
Lysithea,
Your tea was exceptional. Thank you.
I carry a little of everything here. You've got an eye for quality, friend. 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 Hope to see you again soon. I carry a little of everything here. You've got an eye for quality, friend. You've got an eye for quality, friend. Hope to see you again soon. I carry a little of everything here. Hope to see you again soon.
Do you have a moment? Do you have a moment? My.
Today's training was a total mess. My feet are killing me.
We need to stay in peak shape, though. You never know when we might get tossed into a battle.
True. We've got to be ready for anything.
Mercedes? You daydreaming again? I've gotta say, you've been acting all kinds of weird lately.
Have I? I feel perfectly fine, I assure you.
You sure? Back when we had that tea party, you looked so, I don't know, sad.
I suppose I can't hide anything from you. Things like tea parties with dear friends, or seeing the trainees work so hard to improve. It reminds me of how things were before the war, if just for a moment.
You mean back at the academy?
Yes, and before that, when I lived with my mother and my little brother. It also reminds me of the time I spent studying with friends at the School of Sorcery in the capital. Things may not have been easy then, but I would give anything to return to those days.
Huh. I don't think I've ever seen you get this sentimental about something.
The feeling surprises even me. All my years, I've gone wherever the current of life chose to sweep me. In truth, I used to think nothing ever went precisely how I wanted it to. But looking back now, I realize just how joyous all those moments really were. And yes, I'm aware it isn't good to dwell so heavily on the past, but I can't seem to help myself.
And that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with getting sentimental. Nobody's gonna judge you for reliving one or two good memories every now and then.
Thank you, truly. You're such a kind person.
Still, you shouldn't keep all your emotions bottled up like that. We might not go back to the peace of the old days anytime soon, but we can still have tea parties. I'm always here to listen if you ever need to get something off your chest, Mercedes.
You mean that? I'm so glad to hear it. In that case, why don't we have one right now?
Sure, I don't mind. But why now?
Because I used the money I'd been saving up to buy some more ingredients. Remember how we were talking about all those different kinds of delicious fruit desserts before? Well, I went ahead and whipped some up.
I could never turn down an invitation like that. Can't wait to see what you came up with.
Lovely.
That's not true at all.
But... Oh, look who it is.
You really don't look like a kid. You shouldn't worry about it.
You think so?
Yeah. Now that I really look at you, I think you're a very pretty young woman. You act real mature, too.
Oh, you're just saying that. I'm not like that at all.
Excuse me? Just what do you think you're doing?
Whoa! What's wrong, Lysithia?
You were speaking to a girl just now, correct?
Just now? Oh, yeah, I was. What about it?
Care to explain that line you fed her?
What? Did I say something weird?
Allow me to refresh your memory. Now that I really look at you, I think you're a very pretty young woman. You act real mature, too. You said the same exact thing to me, remember?
Busted!
I'm not a fool, you know. So what? You just go around spouting off the same lines to everyone?
Whoa, wait, just calm down. I know, that was wrong of me, but I do have an explanation.
By all means, enlighten me.
Just hear me out. You might have noticed, but giving advice isn't exactly my strong suit. And yet, for some reason, people always ask for my opinion on their problems. I never know what's best, or how to respond. So, I memorized a bunch of lines from some stories so that I'd at least have something to say. And it just so happens, one of those lines is complimenting a girl.
So what you said didn't come from you, but rather some fictional character?
Yeah, that about sums it up. I'm really sorry.
Fraud.
And then when people have asked for your advice, you've just parroted back some meaningless words. I can't believe you!
I thought it would be better than people getting mad at me for being honest.
Hearing the truth is always more preferable. So tell me now, what do you honestly think of me?
To be honest, half the time I don't even understand how I feel myself. But if I had to put it into words, I'd say... You make me smile when you're around. You're interesting, all the time. When I'm with you, it's like I never want to leave.
Oh. Is that so? Very well. I will endeavor to keep that in mind. I apologize for pressing you. I have matters I must attend to right now. So,
I wanted to tell her that she's fun and I never get bored around her, but it came out all weird. Ah, well, hopefully she got it.
Ah, that's funny. That's you.
Right. I carry a little of everything here. You've got an eye for quality, friend. Hope to see you again soon. Got a minute?
My brain's all jumbled up. This is for... This... This is for me.
Hey, you gotta hear this! What's up, Raphael? You're looking extra cheerful today.
Have you seen the looks on all the soldiers' faces lately? Don't they seem way more motivated?
Well, yeah. I was wondering what was going on with that.
Well, I was curious too, so I asked. And you know what they said?
Is it because they got a pay bump? Finances are always a great motivator, I've found.
Come on! Not everyone's fighting just for the money.
Sorry, guess I can't help but look at things from a mercenary's perspective.
They all said it was because of the food.
You don't mean...
Yep, they've all been eating the dishes we came up with. You know, with the smoked meat and the rotten food.
Hey, didn't I tell you not to call it rotten? In any case, our hard work definitely paid off. And the food's great too, if I do say so myself.
Right? I could eat that stuff over and over again and never get sick of it. And it's a big hit with the soldiers too. They said they actually get excited for mealtime now. Plus, it's made them fight way harder in battle.
I'm really glad everyone's so happy with it. Makes all our effort feel completely worthwhile.
You bet. See, food's important no matter who, when, or where you are.
Yeah, back in my mercenary days, I'd scarf down any old scraps so long as I was full at the end of it. But I've changed my outlook. Honestly, I feel like I can work even harder now that I can look forward to all my meals. And I never would have gotten here without you, Raphael. Thanks.
Huh. I was just thinking the same thing about you. Guess we helped each other equally.
You know, I scrounged up every last piece of gold I could find just so I could go to the Officers Academy and become a knight. But once it shut down, opening the inn was basically my only option. But then, running the inn helped me realize all sorts of important stuff too. And now I'm sure, once this war's all wrapped up, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to become the best innkeeper in all of Foldland.
Sounds like a solid plan, but you'll probably need to up your cooking game even more if that's the end goal.
Yeah, I bet I'll have to train under a real great chef to get me where I want to be. Oh, and while I'm at it, I'm gonna come up with a brand new style of cooking. Something that'll really work my muscles.
What would that even look like?
Well, I don't know. I haven't invented it yet. Whatever the case, I know what I want to do now. Hey, what do you say to tagging along with me? I think you've got a real knack for this cooking stuff.
I'll think about it. Just be ready to have me showing up at your doorstep if the mercenary work ever dries up.
So you're gonna stick to being a hired hand, huh? Well, as long as that's what you want to do. Oh, but keep an eye out for an invitation from me. You'll definitely have to come over and try all the rotten food I cook up.
Seriously, stop calling it that. But thanks. I'm looking forward to it, Raphael.
Oh, it's you. Thank you. Wow. Wow. Thank. Hey, do you have a moment?
Hmm? What's going on, Ignatz? Finally leaving on that journey to see the world?
No, not that. In fact, we're not going to talk about my dreams today. You always ask questions about me, but you never talk about yourself. So, I thought it was high time I asked about you. You certainly have piqued my curiosity.
What, you got a crush on me or something?
Ah!
Huh? No! I mean, I like you, but not like, you know, in that special way.
I'm joking, don't worry. No need to get all flustered. So, what did you want to know?
Well, since I told you about my dreams, I wanted to know about yours.
My dreams, huh? I don't really know. I've never thought too much about it.
Really? Is there anything you want to do once the war's over?
Just keep going with the mercenary thing. It's not like I can do much else.
But we'll finally have peace. You won't have to fight anymore.
Yeah, but that's all I've been doing even since before the war started. I'd just be going back to my old way of life. Killing monsters, guarding villages. There's still plenty of work, even in times of peace. And who's to say some enemy from outside Fodlan won't show up?
Well, that may be true, but isn't it difficult having to constantly fight all the time?
Every job's got its tough parts, but the mercenary lifestyle's a perfect match for my personality. I can't even imagine settling down and establishing roots somewhere.
Yeah, that does sound like you.
Does it now?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just meant that you don't really seem like the kind of person who wants to stay tied down.
You think so? Well, whatever the case, I plan on earning my keep with my sword. As long as my body holds out, that is. What about you, Ignatz? You gonna stay a night once this thing's over?
I'm not sure. I'll have to cross that bridge when I come to it. But if my duties as a knight were to end at some point, then I guess that's when I could make my dreams a reality. If I were to do that, do you think you'd like to come with me as my bodyguard?
You do realize I'll be Fodlan's most sought-after mercenary by then. Well, I'm not gonna come cheap.
Oh, really? Then I'll have to work extra hard to save up some money. Because I really do want to travel with you.
I'm gonna hold you to that, Ignatz. I'll be counting down the days till then.
So we have, well, I see here we have Ignatz, we have Ash, but Ash and Yuri are more like, you know, a couple. We have Linhardt. Let's see if Yuri's gonna flirt with me.
Right. You really... You really... You really know what I...
Oh, Yuri, you're back. I thought you'd still be away.
Well, look who it is. I figured if I didn't come back before sunset, someone might get worried and ransack my room again.
And who might this someone be, huh? You're never gonna let that go, are you?
Just joking, friend. No need to take everything so seriously. Anyway, it's late. Shouldn't you be getting some shut-eye?
Probably, but I just got my second win. How is your mom, by the way?
Well, it's not looking good, that's for sure. But she's still got some fight in her yet. I'd planned on staying longer, but she told me to do what I had to do and sent me on my way. One minute she wants to see me, the next she's telling me to go home. Honestly, she's all over the place.
Reminds me of my mom, the one who raised me anyway.
She passed away, didn't she? Judging by your expression, she must have been pretty special.
She was. More than I can say. She took me in when I'd been abandoned, taught me how to live. We weren't blood related, but she was my mom. No doubt about it.
I'm sure wherever she is now,
Still think she's
very happy to hear you say that.
Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to ask you something. It's been on my mind for a while now. About your real name? Your mom gave it to you, right? Where does it come from? I've never heard anything like it before.
Look up. No, a little more to the left. See that bright star over there?
Bright star to the left? Which one? There are thousands of stars up there, and they're all bright.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter if you find it or not. Anyway, it's that star's ancient name. The white star that the goddess herself made into a disciple. My mother is a devout follower of Ceros. But I know it's a pretty ostentatious name for a penniless kid.
I don't think so. It just shows how much you mean to her.
Yeah. Well, I do like it. She gave it to me after all. I'm not sure how much of the scriptures she really understands. But knowing her, I'm certain she put a lot of consideration into my name.
Then, doesn't it seem like kind of a waste not to use it? What with how much thought she put into it?
I've used many names, and each one comes with its own mask. But when I hear my real name, all those facades fall away. The only people who can call me that are those who are truly special to me. Immediate family, or someone just as important. Which means that if you're so intent on using my name, you'd better be willing to spend the rest of your life by my side.
The rest of my life, huh? Okay, I'll think about it.
Gay!
The look on your face right now, it's priceless. Regardless, it does make me happy to hear that you like my name. And if you ever decide you're up for it, let me know, okay? I'll think it over too, just in case.
Player! That's Team Manuela.
I am grateful. I am grateful. Can it be?
Well, this puts it. Well. Well, this. Well, this. Well, this put.
Another rough night, Manuela?
You could stand to learn some manners, you know. I had a little too much to drink yesterday, that's all. more importantly, you saw me perform, right?
Yeah, I was at the inn. You really do have a beautiful voice. I was impressed.
I told you so. But was it just my voice you were impressed with?
Well, I mean, when you were singing in front of everyone, you looked stunning. Seriously. Is that how you always are when you perform for the people in town?
Oh, please. In their dreams, maybe. Yesterday was a special occasion because you were there. We had a deal, remember?
Ah, yes. The hush money.
You haven't told anyone, right? About what I said in my sleep and such?
Nope, not a peep to anyone. Not even about the dream where you got dumped.
Shh! Don't go shouting about it now!
You know, I don't think there's anything wrong with you, even when you are hungover.
Really?
It makes you seem like a laid-back, mature woman. Just another interesting side of you. One day you're a physician saving lives, and the next you're a warrior on the battlefield. I like all your sides.
Like, you say?
It's more like I can't take my eyes off you. All the more so now, since I've seen you sing and all. You have all these different sides that come together to form a complete person. Maybe that's what draws me in. It's like, which one is the real Manuela?
Of course, the real me is the majestic diva shimmering in the spotlight. If only. I'm not that delusional. Those days are long gone. Apparently, I've reached the age where I must take comfort in the glories of yesteryear.
Do you really think so? I think you're probably way more attractive now than when you were all famous.
My word! Is it just me? Or are you trying to sweep me off my feet?
Huh? Wait, no, I didn't mean it like that. I just meant that a person's attractiveness gets more, I don't know, refined as they get older. Like a fine wine or something.
Now, no need to get embarrassed. How about we get together and talk about our future later tonight?
Oh, I've got some stuff I gotta do tonight. Sorry. Maybe another time.
Oh, really? Fine. We'll save it for another day. It'll give us more time to talk anyway. Just don't blow me off, okay? Or you'll be sorry.
That was a joke, right? Manuela? Right?
Which battlefield are you headed to?
All right, let's go.
If everyone is prepared, it's time to make our move. Our troops attacking the gates have been instructed not to force their way in. Before long, the enemy will notice as much and realize we're already inside.
We need to locate and strike down the rebel leader. That should put an end to the insurrection. Along the way, you may encounter suspicious agents. They are the true masterminds behind the rebellion, and must all be eradicated.
Got it. Now let's get going before those bloodthirsty monsters hurt any of the hostages.
I haven't been this angry in a long time. When is that man going to stop being a thorn in Her Majesty's side?
Ah, how splendid. But do try not to become so flush with rage that you make a foolish error.
Perhaps if you grew flush with rage every now and again, you wouldn't have the complexion of a coffin dweller.
Oh,
Both of
burn!
you.
I mean,
You don't have to do this, Ferdinand. You can always stay back if you have doubts.
No.
Monica won this.
Fate put me on this path. And now I must walk it.
Now you'll see how hard I've been training.
Sure thing.
I'll do my best.
I can do this.
I stand ready.
do that.
Enemy soldiers have breached our fortifications!
I am your
To
man.
arms! Defend the glory of the Empire!
It seems through our ruse already. Prepare to take the fortress.
The attachment is safely inside. We should wait to see how the enemy responds before.
Start by seizing the inner ward.
Right then, let us go to work. I will see my duty.
Shall we? Let's give it a shot.
Mercenaries are no better than common bandits. How could my father make a deal with such a pack of rogues?
Looks like they're here. And once we kill them all, we'll have more riches than we know what to do with.
Look out! Somebody do some... crap!
I've got this.
Controller something!
Looks like this ain't your lucky day.
I should have expected an ambush. We used to play hide and seek here all the time.
Appears we've taken control of the fortress walls. Now we can move our catapults into position and attack.
Now it is my turn. There is nothing I cannot do.
Shall we? I'll provide assistance.
Right then, let us go to work. You appear to need assistance.
Shall we? Let's give it a shot.
Right then, let us go to... I will see...
Not a problem. I've got this.
Here I go. No mistakes. They must learn who they're up against.
So, what should I be doing again? Sure, let's try it.
Hack.
No mercy! This is war!
Unleash the catapults. Break our enemy's spirit. This is going well. Almost too well. Is Ire truly so short-handed?
That barrier was formed with dark magic. You must eliminate the caster in order to pass.
They only delayed the inevitable.
We have the enemy where we want them! Unleash the arrows!
Those ballistae require stopping.
armor on.
This is war!
Shall we? Let's give it a shot.
Right then. Let us go to work. I will see my duty to...
Not a problem. I've got this.
One's on the scene.
We'll have...
I will take all the strength I can get.
Have these defenses crippled in short order.
Let's start.
To kill is to grow stronger.
The attack.
No mercy! I have you! This is war!
This shady magic business just doesn't do much for me.
I'll take over.
Take a breather.
No more arrows! I care not if it's magic walls or what have you.
Any final
If you
words?
get in the way of Her Majesty, you will pay. Pathetic fools. And to think I was entertaining the idea of letting you scamper away.
My turn.
Leave this to me.
Shall we? Let's give it a shot.
Right then. Let us go. I will see...
What was that attack?
I give you the Viscum. I hope you like being roasted alive, because that's exactly what's about to happen to you.
We would be fools to try and force our way through this. Time has come to call upon our detachment.
Watch!
There's not a question of can. Only a matter of my will is theirs.
A weapon of that scale is certain to be controlled by some kind of device.
On your command, we can use the agents we scattered amongst the rebels to throw the enemy into disarray.
It was a mistake to join this rebellion. Our allegiance lies with Emperor Edelgard.
What's going on? Who's switching sides? I can do this!
Get in there and hammer them while they're pinned down by that magic weapon!
Are you kidding me? Reinforcements? This way just keeps getting better.
The enemy's here!
There's not a question of can. Only a matter of leave this to me.
Here I go. No mistakes.
Now it is might. There is nothing I cannot do.
Not a problem.
Let's give it a shot.
Right then. Let us... I will see my duty done.
Here I go. No mistakes. They must learn who...
Not a problem. I've got this.
So, sure, let's try it.
Now it is my turn.
So, what should I be doing it? Sure, let's try it. So, what should I be doing it? Sure, let's try it.
Now it is mine. There is nothing I cannot do.
Kill them all!
I can do this! Enough!
Maybe it's better this way.
So I've been
Apologies. They got him? I do not appreciate that. That's it! I'm going to rip you apart myself!
I live.
Still operational. Must be a second device. Keep looking.
Who gave these wretches leave to scurry in? Exterminate them!
It's not over.
Here I go. They must learn who they're up against.
Now it is there is nothing I cannot do.
There is not a question of can. Leave this to me.
So, what should I be doing? Sure, let's try it.
I'm bringing it down.
Apologies.
Well, we've smashed their little toy. Let's see what their next move will be.
But Taurus gave me that. Oh, I am so mad at you right now. Could somebody please step up and do something about those other vermin there?
The enemy's targeting our detachment. We must strike down Kronya and reach them.
Apologies. I think that's the end of the reinforcements. Horrible. I must take lives if we are to succeed.
Nice one.
Bye, bitches.
I don't know how we made it, but we did.
I can do this! That's my cue. Leave this one to me.
My turn? My turn.
Watch this!
I'll take over.
Take a breather.
Hey! Why can you wield that power, huh? Who even are you?
Why don't you tell me? You seem to know more than enough about it already.
You aggravating little worm!
No. This is wrong. I can't die.
I never expected much from those shifty birds. And here I am.
Leave this one to me. Let's get moving.
With the cold embrace of the grave hovering at my shoulder.
I thought our victory was assured. How could everything have gone so wrong?
There is naught left but to resist with all our might. Help me push them back.
The writing is on the wall, but those fools would sooner perish than admit it.
On the fire orbs! We'll rain death down upon them from above.
Leave this one to me. That's my cue.
Now it is my turn. There is nothing I...
Fire orbs? Those must be new. A little gauche, if you ask me.
They look real dangerous, though. Also, what's a gauche?
It's time. Conjure magic shield to safeguard our comrades.
Pay attention now.
Your Majesty, forgive my lateness. The outer defenses only just fell.
On the contrary, your timing is perfect.
Is that Voldemar? Curse that man. Why must he always show up at the worst?
I will take all the strength I can get.
Possible moment and ruin everything.
One cannot win by showing mercy to enemies.
I'll have to try even harder to keep up.
I never should have come to this accursed place.
Viscount Fenya, Viscount Menya, forgive me.
I'm coming for you, Father.
Leave the enemy no place to hide. Seize every key position in the fortress.
The enemy is getting too close to Duke Iron. We must hurry to his side.
It's your fault. Not too late now.
Might I...
It's not over.
No mercy! This is war!
I can still fight.
I have you!
can stamp out those who slither in the dark as well.
My name is Ludwig von Eyre. I see the Empire in the throes of a terrible sickness, and I intend to cure it or die in the attempt. So, my son, you come to claim your forefather's head.
I come to do my duty. No more, no less.
Will you not heed me, your majesty? This ideology of yours leaves countless good people by the wayside.
Yet countless more were already suffering crime. All I did was make a choice.
I will not falter until I see the Empire's glory and principles restored.
Time has moved on from you, Father. You cannot unwind it no matter how hard you try. How could you not see this? I have you.
Stop this! No mercy!
That is enough. There is no escape for you.
Go on then. I'll leave for you the final blow.
You leave me nothing. This was ever my burden to bear. Father! No, you are just a traitor now. In light of your crimes against the Empire, the punishment is death!
Send a runner to House Menya and have them deliver the letter I drafted. Also, take the soldiers under your command and begin investigating any magic constructs abandoned by the enemy.
At once, Lord Hubert.
It must be awful to end your own parent's life. Shouldn't you say something? You comforted Fleisch, after all.
Come on, Ferdinand. Let's get going.
No. You may continue without me. I would like to stay here a moment. Just a moment longer.
Hubert, we have a messenger from the Alliance, and I need to know where our Western campaign stands. Ferdinand, may I have a word? I thought I'd let you decide how to punish your father's followers now that they've surrendered. Furthermore, this incident has led to the end of Fenya and several other noble houses. We need to settle the matter of the next Duke Eyre, and we need to do so quickly. So if you don't mind...
Is this your attempt at solace, Edelgard?
What?
I will punish the troops, and I will find a way to administer my father's lands. You can trust in me, Your Majesty.
Oh, Ferdinand.
And thank you for considering my feelings in the matter.
For the fate of Fodlan.
I will take all the strength I can get.
I'll use this strength to perform mighty deeds.
I will not stop until I achieve greatness.
Only thorns left on this rose.
never expected we'd have our hands this full after returning from Fargus. Still, we've managed to quell the turmoil and maneuver our way back to Enbar.
Due to the valiant efforts of Count Berglis and his Aryan Road garrison, the kingdom's counter-offensive has hardly put a dent in the western lines. I wager the reinforcements reached them in time.
It's a good thing we do not have to maintain a large military presence in Leicester. But of course, that was Her Majesty's plan all along.
We'd be up to our shoulders in trouble if we hadn't settled hostilities with the Alliance.
Do you think people in the Empire will be all right? I'm worried about the opera company, of course, but I'd also be devastated if anything happened to my friends in the capital.
The end result of all this was the complete expurgation of the Empire's remaining dissidents. In a way, we should be thanking them for handing us this opportunity on a gilded platter.
Adrestia deserves some stability for a change, so I think it's good that Her Majesty has total power now. With the opposing nobles wiped out, it's a breath of fresh air after the way things were under the old Emperor.
Lynn, think about who's here.
It is all right, Dorothea. I have moved on.
It's funny, though. I was sure my father would take part in the rebellion, but he just didn't. I mean, I feel like all he ever did was complain about Her Majesty, you know? I guess he was so scared of the church that he decided to stay holed up in Garreg Mach.
What is our next action, Lady Edelgard? If we are returning to the Western Front, I will have preparedness.
Fighting your own people sure takes the thrill out of battle. So let's go wall up the kingdom instead and put an end to all this. Who's with me?
All that remains is for Adrestia to claim victory.
And along those lines, I wish to present an idea. One last stratagem to ensure that we prevail.
We were successful in striking down Cronia at Fort Mercius. However, Lord Arundel, which is to say Talus, remains at large, and any schemes Solon may be plotting are so much conjecture in the wind. Still, his efforts in Rim territory effectively empowered the late Duke Ire to stage a coup. Whatever the case, he must have a very good reason for seeking to prevent the kingdom's fall.
But why would they help the people who are harboring the Archbishop? It makes no sense. Unless their aim is simply to prevent the war from ending by any means possible.
We know the kingdom's court mage, Cornelia, is connected to those who slither in the dark. They may have planted other associates in Fargus as well. If they already have the king's court dancing on strings, it stands to reason they would focus their attention on obstructing the Empire.
I agree the theory hangs together, but does that mean we should expect more interference?
We should, Your Majesty. Though I would at least like to think they no longer have anyone left who can act brazenly in the open.
And need we worry about our mercenary friend?
I was under the assumption that they had your implicit trust.
Absolutely, but not enough to purge all of the doubt from my heart. I once trusted my uncle, as well as the late Duke Ire, and he wasn't even replaced with a doppelganger. People who come in contact with those who slither in the dark are not the same afterward. How am I to trust anyone in a world where such a thing can happen?
I do not disagree, Your Majesty.
Great voice work of Lady
Yes,
Belle. Great
well,
voice work.
We must remain vigilant until the war is over for good and all. Although I wonder if we can rest easy even then.
Perfectly matches her face.
We still don't really know
Entire
much
plot.
about Solon,
Great
Cronia,
job.
and Talus. I was thinking this would be a chance to learn about my power, or who you actually are. But Oh well.
Oh well. Is that all you have to say for yourself?
I mean, I'm still curious, but my attention right now is on the battles ahead. And hey, it's not like knowing the truth would change much for you anyway. Even if I am related to those slithering people somehow, it's not like I'd want to split up with you. Plus, I need to focus on getting ready to face the Ashen Demon again.
Now that's what I like to hear. It's incredible to see again just how fast you've matured. Makes me proud to call you my partner in destiny. Is this what being a parent feels like?
Yeah, I guess. Anyway, this war will be over soon, so let's do what we've got to do to see it through together. I'll be counting on you, Arval.
And I on you. So promise me you'll do what needs to be done.
Scarlet Blaze. A clash of ambitions. Edelgard succeeds in containing Ayer's insurgency, and while she is concerned by the absence of the nefarious Taurus, she prepares her army for the next step regardless. The time is nigh to crush the Kingdom and Central Church's growing momentum and put an end to the war. But no one knows that fate holds another cruel twist.
I've gathered you here in Garrick Mach because the time has come. We are returning to the front.
Oh yeah, I've been waiting to hear that forever. Let's go wreck things!
For the next phase of our campaign, we'll be working with the Alliance's leader, Claude, to tighten our cordon around the kingdom. Rather than try to advance on the Western Front, we'll join forces with the Alliance and press in from the east.
This means we'll be marching northeast from the monastery and infiltrating Galatea. So long as the Alliance does not attempt any underhanded schemes, our victory there is assured.
I hope we can finally end it this time. I don't think I can deal with doubling back again.
Agreed. This slog has slogged on long enough.
Worry not, friends. I'll not be blindsided twice. I promise you that. We won't rest until all of Fodlan is united. We will fight tooth and nail for it, and we'll do so together.
We made some headway on the Western Front once the Empire pulled its main force back.
What does it matter when their Minister of Military Affairs still holds Aryan Road? Even if we were in a position to keep throwing troops at those walls, we're never going to crack them.
But if we keep digging our heels in here, their main force will be on us again in no time.
It appears they have already dealt with the insurrection at Fort Mercius. If they don't come at us from the west, they'll soon waltz right in from the east.
Might I offer a suggestion, King Dimitri?
Of course, Lady Rhea.
We should retake Garrick Mach. It is the only way to reverse our current fortunes. If I call upon the Church's faithful, they will come running from every corner of Fodlan to liberate the monastery in the goddess's name. With Garrick Mach under our control, we will be able to keep the Imperial army in check. Additionally, it might convince some of the more fickle Alliance lords to reconsider their loyalties.
I mean no disrespect, Lady Rhea, but this proposal hardly seems...
There is more. As you know, the Bishop of the Southern Church is currently seated at the monastery. If we remove him, it reminds the world anew that Archbishop Rhea is the rightful head of the Church of Seros. I believe this will shake some of the more devout Adrestian lords from their Emperor's grip.
While their faith may waver now, Adrestia is still the cradle of the Church of Seros. There are yet many pious believers among their nobility. If we can pull them to our side, it may shift the war back in our favor.
We should strike while the iron is hot. I will get the word out at once.
Hold, Lady Rhea. While I now concede that your plan to retake the monastery has some merit, I must ask that you alert no one.
And why not? I need only say the word, and an army of believers will flock to our cause.
Yes, and the moment the enemy spies people flooding in from across hill and dale, they'll realize what we're planning and bolster their defenses.
You believe their defenses are mightier than the faith of the people? By the goddess, have our enemies truly become so powerful? In that case, what do you propose?
We entrust the eastern lines to houses Karen and Galatea, then ride in mass toward Aryan Road. The enemy will think we intend to assail the Silver Maiden, but instead, we break east.
East? Then we'll be attacking the monastery through the Valley of Torment. I get your thinking now. If we attack from the west, Aryan Road would be at our backs, and the Empire could box us in.
Very well. I have no objections. My church members will assist in guiding your soldiers through Aelal. The monastery is holy and precious to us, and by the name of the goddess, I swear, it will be ours again.
Good. Then I'll ready the troops. Lady Rhea, Seteth, I place all of our futures in your hands.
So, this is probably a giant waste of everyone's time, but I've got an idea.
What if we tried this?
I have the most brilliant idea. I have the most brilliant idea.
So, this is probably a giant waste of everyone's time, but I have to pull this off, no matter what.
Shall we?
Alright, so before we go on, I really need to call it today. I have some things to do, and it's very late where I am right now, so we're gonna start our next part of the story with all the support conversation that's still missing, okay? So I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.